This is my ranking of World War II games that I've played based purely on my personal experience. Each one is placed from masterpiece to trash, depending on how immersive the WW2 setting feels, how strong the combat and tactics are, and how well the games capture the intensity of war. Let's get straight into the list. Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30 follows Sergeant Matt Baker and the 101st Airborne Division during the Normandy campaign. Missions involve clearing towns, moving through hedgerows, destroying enemy positions, and supporting armored units across battlefields based on real operations. Instead of rushing forward, the game relies on squad tactics where fire teams suppress enemy soldiers, while assault teams move into flanking positions. A situational awareness view helps track friendly units and spotted enemies, making planning an important part of every encounter. Weapons use iron sights, movement is slower than most shooters, and cover plays a major role in staying alive. I liked how battles rewarded patience and positioning rather than constant shooting. The squad command system added variety that many World War II shooters lacked. This one settles into the great tier. Sniper Elite V2 puts me in the role of Karl Fairburn, a sniper sent into Berlin during the final days of World War II. Missions involve tracking targets, sabotaging enemy plans, and moving through ruined streets filled with German soldiers. Stealth plays a major role, with options to crawl through cover, distract enemies with thrown objects, and use loud environmental noises to hide rifle shots. The sniper mechanics require accounting for bullet drop, wind, and breath control, making long-distance shots feel rewarding. Weapons include rifles, submachine guns, pistols, mines, grenades, and tripwire traps, allowing different approaches to combat. The famous X-ray kill cam highlights successful shots in graphic detail. I enjoyed the sniping systems most, although the more linear mission design kept this game in the good tier. Men of War features campaigns from the Soviet, German, and Allied perspectives, with missions that place me in control of infantry squads, tanks, artillery, and support units across large World War II battlefields. Every soldier and vehicle has its own inventory, allowing ammunition, weapons, medical supplies, and equipment to be managed individually. Vehicles use detailed damage systems, where tracks, engines, turrets, and crew members can all be disabled separately. The direct control mode lets me manually command any soldier or vehicle, making precise shots and tactical maneuvers possible during intense battles. Missions can be challenging and often require careful planning rather than brute force. I liked how the game rewarded smart use of units and battlefield resources. This one ends up in the good tier. Call to Arms Gates of Hell Ostfront combines real-time strategy with direct control mechanics that let me take command of individual soldiers, tanks, artillery pieces, and vehicles at any moment. Battles use realistic armor penetration, shell physics, component damage, and destructible environments, making every engagement feel unpredictable. Infantry can search bodies for equipment, ammunition, and medical supplies, while tanks require careful positioning to protect weaker armor sections. The game features historical campaigns, multiplayer battles, and a dynamic conquest mode where units, resources, and technology carry across multiple operations. I liked how every battle rewarded planning, positioning, and knowledge of military equipment rather than rushing forward. The amount of control over individual units created many memorable moments during large engagements. It secures a spot in the great tier. Call of Duty World at War follows American forces in the Pacific and Soviet troops pushing through Europe during the final years of World War II. Missions feature large battles filled with explosions, artillery fire, flamethrowers, tanks, sniper sections, and intense infantry combat. Japanese soldiers use ambush tactics, hide in vegetation, attack from unexpected positions, and rush forward aggressively, making encounters feel different from battles against German troops. The campaign keeps the action moving with cinematic set pieces, vehicle sequences, and large-scale assaults across beaches, jungles, cities, and ruined strongholds. Cooperative play allows the campaign to be completed with other players, while the original Zombies mode adds a separate survival experience. I like the darker atmosphere, brutal combat, and memorable mission variety throughout. This stands proudly in the masterpiece tier. Steel Division II is a large-scale, real-time strategy game set during Operation Bagration on the Eastern Front. Battles feature infantry, tanks, artillery, aircraft, anti-tank guns, and support units fighting across huge maps based on real locations. Army divisions are built before matches, allowing different unit combinations and strategies. Combat revolves around capturing important terrain, managing supply lines, and deploying reinforcements across multiple battle phases. Realistic mechanics such as armor penetration, suppression, morale, ammunition usage, and line of sight play major roles in every engagement. Multiplayer battles can involve massive teams controlling hundreds of units at once, creating large and chaotic battlefields. I like the scale, historical detail, and tactical depth, though the learning curve felt steep at times. This one ultimately lands in the good tier. Easy Red 2 recreates major World War II battles across locations such as Normandy, Anzio, Stalingrad, Kos, and Kwajalein. Before entering combat, I can choose different soldier roles, including squad leader, medic, radio man, marksman, machine gunner, and rifleman, each with unique responsibilities. Battles feature large numbers of AI soldiers fighting over objectives, while tanks, artillery, aircraft, and infantry clash across wide maps. An inventory system allows management of weapons, ammunition, bandages, food, and equipment, while destructible environments add extra tactical options during firefights. Vehicles can be driven, planes can be flown, and squads can be directed across the battlefield. I like the scale of the battles and the focus on single-player content, even with some rough edges and technical limitations. This settles into the good tier. Sniper Elite 4 follows Carl Fairburn during a mission in Italy where he must disrupt enemy operations through a series of large, open-ended levels. Each map offers multiple routes, objectives, vantage points, and infiltration opportunities, allowing different approaches to every mission. Sniping remains the core mechanic, with bullet drop, wind, distance, and sound all affecting long-range shots. Alongside rifles, I can use submachine guns, pistols, explosives, traps, and suppressed weapons to deal with enemy patrols. The campaign features tanks, armored vehicles, snipers, radio operators, and heavily defended positions that require careful planning. Cooperative play supports the full campaign, while additional challenge and multiplayer modes add more content. I enjoyed the freedom to experiment with different tactics, though it never reached the top ranks. This finishes in the good tier. Men of War Assault Squad 2 is a real-time tactics game that places me in command of American, German, British, Soviet, and Japanese forces across a variety of World War II battlefields. Infantry squads, tanks, artillery, anti-tank guns, and support units all play important roles, with success depending on combined arms tactics rather than rushing forward. Every soldier carries individual equipment that can be managed through inventory screens, allowing weapons, ammunition, and supplies to be transferred between units. The direct control feature lets me take command of any soldier or vehicle and manually aim weapons during critical moments. Battles reward careful positioning, flanking maneuvers, and coordination between infantry and armor. I enjoyed the tactical depth and freedom of control, but a few rough edges kept it from ranking higher. It ultimately remains in the good tier. The Saboteur drops me into occupied Paris, where resistance operations, espionage activities, and acts of destruction become the main tools for fighting back against Nazi control. The game combines open-world exploration, driving, shooting, climbing, and stealth across a large wartime city and surrounding countryside. Missions involve destroying enemy infrastructure, infiltrating restricted areas, stealing uniforms, planting explosives, and weakening German control over occupied regions. Liberating districts gradually restores color to areas previously shown in a black and white visual style, creating a unique atmosphere throughout the campaign. Vehicles, firearms, disguises, and unlockable perks provide different ways to approach objectives. I liked how the open-world structure encouraged experimentation and how the visual presentation helped the setting stand out from other World War II games. This earns its place in the great tier. Red Orchestra, two heroes of Stalingrad places Soviet and German forces against each other in brutal multiplayer battles inspired by the fighting on the Eastern Front. Combat relies on realistic weapon handling, limited information, and deadly firefights where a single well-placed shot can end an encounter instantly. Soldiers must manage recoil, breathing, suppression effects, and ammunition while moving through ruined factories, shattered apartment blocks, and contested urban strongholds. Multiplayer modes revolve around capturing objectives, defending territory, and coordinating attacks across large maps supporting dozens of players. Tanks are available on selected maps, featuring detailed interiors and specialized crew roles. I liked how every firefight felt tense because there were no easy kill confirmations or constant battlefield information. The atmosphere and attention to detail kept battles memorable, placing it in the excellent tier. Day of Infamy puts me into fast-paced World War II battles, where Allied and Axis forces fight over objectives across small but intense maps. I can choose from several classes, each carrying different weapons and equipment that change how I approach combat. Matches revolve around capturing positions, defending key locations, and securing reinforcements, while constant gunfire keeps the pressure high. Bolt-action rifles, submachine guns, machine guns, and support weapons are all available, though automatic weapons tend to dominate many encounters. Cooperative modes let me fight alongside other players against AI enemies, while multiplayer focuses on quick objective-based action. The smaller scale and faster movement make battles feel very different from more realistic World War II shooters. I had fun jumping into matches and getting straight into the action, which is why this sits in the good tier. Company of Heroes 2 shifts the action to the Eastern Front, where Soviet and German armies battle across frozen landscapes, ruined cities, and heavily contested territory. The gameplay revolves around controlling small groups of infantry, tanks, artillery, and support units while capturing resource points across the map. Cover, flanking maneuvers, line of sight, and vehicle positioning all play major roles in determining the outcome of battles. The Soviet faction introduces unique mechanics such as reinforcing veteran squads with conscripts, while weather systems and blizzards create additional battlefield challenges. The campaign follows the Red Army from the defense of Stalingrad to the fall of Berlin, supported by extra single-player and cooperative scenarios in the theater of war mode. I enjoyed the tactical depth and cinematic battles throughout. This secures its place in the excellent tier. That's the end of the list. Not every game captured the intensity of war, but a few absolutely nailed it. Thanks for watching.